Okay, guys, we're here on Fjords, which in my book is one of the cursed maps in World of Tanks, and the reason for that is simple. There's bottlenecks that are very difficult to deal with. There are also separate battles often taking place in completely disconnected parts of the map, and your ability to reinforce people that need it is limited, and the groups that are fighting separately have no ability to help one another. So, as we all know, there's often a huge head-on collision here, and everyone is stuck, and if it goes too far this way from our side, then if we got TDs or other people shooting here, they can't hit those people. And then there's another often, and I get very frustrated up here, which is where I normally go, because you encounter a force that is larger, possibly, or equal. And when that is the case, you can't burst through the opening and do something tactical. Now, there's two arties on each side in this game. I'd prefer three, which is a constant theme for me as a scout. That's what I always want. And in this battle, you can see the colors on the screen. There's some good players over there, and my intention from the get-go on this map I always want to, if I can arrange it, and I did a previous video about this, essentially is you have a shield here, you do not go here, you have people, 2 or 3 people here covering the shield, and then you have a big enough force up here that can prevail, break through, get the arties, and apply cap pressure before they're able to return. Now, I did a previous video a few days ago about platoon tactics, and in this battle, there's 3 of us here from Panic, and because we're acting as a group, possibly we will be able to have sufficient force up here to break the battle wide open. And that's what happened. So I'm going to hit the space bar here and advance it a little quicker than normal. And that's just part of my my game plan. My philosophy of World of Tanks is the only thing, or the number one thing I care about is securing the win, and other benefits are secondary. So we're all going up the hill here, and I believe one of the arty guys, yeah, oh my God, what are you all doing? Well, hey, we're trying to win, dude. That's the M53 is very worried. And I start typing here because the reason I'm making these messages, I don't want people to go around the corner here. Now, on the other hand, the ISU has not. See, I think the ISU should be shooting from way back, and there's some good bushes there. I don't want people to get out of position and stuck. I want them to form the shield, as I said, just 2 groups. And another reason for that is if we do break through, we can go this way and help them, and they can also help us. We're closer together as opposed to being separated by, for all intents and purposes, there's no ability for the groups to help one another. Anyways, I'm gonna see, I ran into the red line there because I'm typing stuff. Now, somebody destroyed the Evan 90 on the enemy team. That tank is an abomination, shouldn't exist. Money grab by Wargaming, and very embarrassing vehicle for them to have created. Okay, so let's count the vehicles here. We got a Pan, a Zephyr Nimbus there, and ZY in his Indian Panzer, which a long time ago I loved platooning with that thing in my T50. I had a whole bunch of amazing battles. In the good old days, Object 140, T1105, which I'm glad he did come up here, because in all likelihood now, you can see the layout, we're going to be able to burst through here. and it's tactical, right? Movement, positioning for advantage. We're just a short distance away from the arties, and we'll keep going. We're not going to try to farm damage here and do peekaboos. We're going to, this is maneuver warfare as opposed to static individualistic style play. So let's hit the space bar again, and what I always do here is, and I'm talking to Zed, I said to Zed, I gotta build up my speed, and we'll play this at normal speed. I'll put the fixed camera on. This is what happened here is slightly embarrassing because my battle drill is what's the word? Not very good. So I miss. There's one damaging hit, and unfortunately here I put a round into Zephyr. Whoops. And yeah, so even though we lost one guy here, let me just, yeah, okay. So Zed is about to die there. We destroyed one vehicle, and there is a second vehicle right there, Tier 8 soft-skinned medium tank. This is good. So even though we're about to lose Zed there, I'm happy. So I'm just going to hit the space bar, and I'm reloading now. What we got here is this is a rule for me. I'm more interested in tactical movement than in pausing during the reload. Now, a lot of people with autoloaders, they turn around and they get up here, they wait till they're reloaded, and then they come back. If it's tactically safe, I never do that. I want to go forward here and light the arties. And if, there's what's the Coca-Cola, the pause that refreshes? Well, in World of Tanks, there's pauses that do not refresh. And your job as a scout, even if you're reloading, is to do something tactical. Like I said, if there's reasonable safety. And this is a fleeting opportunity. There's pitch battles going on here, and there's a pitch battle going on here. And the red guys, they're distracted. They're concentrating on their local fighting. Some of them may be wondering in the back of their minds that this could be a problem, and it certainly is. So I'm going to hit the space bar again, and you'll see. I love this. Watch the can-pan here jump. He catches air twice. There's once and a second time, and we're just going to keep going. Right? A very large number of players would have turned around to try to harvest the damage, but I'm going for the win here, and I want to sweep the backfield. So we're going to keep going, and I think I missed more shots here. Yeah, there's a miss. And because I'm left-handed, I often just fire the last shell instead of moving my hand off the mouse. It's too late for me to fix that problem. And, again, a lot of people would have turned around here to engage the 430 and the UDS, but I want to get the other arty, and he splashes me, blunk. And... I did use my. Sometimes I don't use my first aid kit or my repair kit, but the reason is I'll let the crew fix the tracks. I want to have it available if I get hit in the engine, which is a disaster. Waiting 90 seconds to get your engine back. So this arty's doomed, and we've lost a lot of people. This battle's far from won. There we are. Oh, I did it again. Emptying. I've got lots of shells left. I still got 24 rounds left. And I've got 65 seconds on, and I'm racing for the cap. Right? That's one of my rules, is start the clock as quickly as possible. Okay, so who's fast over there? The STRV 103, I think, is reasonably fast. The WZ 132A is reasonably fast. The TVP is reasonably fast. The question is, will they come back? And the second question is, were they watching what was happening back here and making the decision to deal with a cap? Sometimes I forget and don't come back, but but everybody playing this game, if they want to salvage a win when they're out of position, it's a good thing. I mean, camping is analogous to real warfare. It's there's only 15 guys here on a small map, but in strategy, in warfare traditionally, the idea of being cut off from your lines of communication and forced to surrender. That's what it's analogous to, and I think it's completely legitimate. It adds another layer of complexity to what otherwise would be boring. And another thing here is they have no arty. We still have 2 arty. So if I was a commander of their team, this is the signal for an all-out attack, because if you accept a slow-moving situation, that gives the 2 arties on our team an opportunity to wear them down when it's not necessary. They should mount an all-out attack. But like I said, because they didn't react to the evolving situation and didn't think quick enough, we're going to get the cap here, which is I love it. The scouts are not generally vehicles, and I only scout, are not generally vehicles that can carry a battle, except in often tactical stuff, right? Eliminating RD, catching the enemy out of position, catching them unawares. Now, there is a bit of comedy here. This WZ, I mean, he wandered, aimlessly. His job is to engage somebody and delay reinforcements back to the cap. But he didn't do it, and it didn't matter. And XVM, in my opinion, I've recently decided it should never have existed. Wargaming should not have opened their data to display player abilities on screen. I think the game might be more popular and more happy. There might be less cheating, but I use it. I mean, it is information. It's a scouting report about the abilities of the enemy team, and it's a good win. It's a scout win, and it's a tactical win, and it's a platoon win. So it's very satisfying on multiple counts. Anyways, it's game over, and I hope you enjoyed the video.